Can't believe it. It's time. It's time. I mean, not time for anything special. It's time for me to explore the settings and other shit. Not actually play the game. Sorry, I don't have time to play the game yet. But I wanted to look at stuff. See, there's all sorts of fun things to look at. Like the graphics settings. Maximum FPS. See, that's interesting, right? VSync is set to true. Well, yeah, dude. All right, so let's go. Let's see what we got. Don't you ever show me this again. I will do whatever I want. What I want to do is I actually want to explore like what a lot of the unique advancements are for a lot of the different nations, because that's one thing I don't know. I would assume a lot of them have similar advancements to their EU4 counterpart, some being more military focused, others more economic focused, diplomatically focused, all the good stuff. But, you know, I gotta refamiliarize. See who's got what. And then I gotta figure out like who I want to play first. Like maybe we can get a game started? That could be fun. We'll see. I just don't have a lot of time, so yeah. The loading screen seems to have some stuttering. I don't know what that's about. Who knows? I'm sure it's not a big deal. As long as the game doesn't stutter, we got nothing to worry about. We're just rolling with the game's music for right now. My god. WASD controls it. Let's freaking go. It's huge. It's insane. Absolutely bonkers crazy. Well, oh, okay. It freaks out a little bit when I get too close. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm sure there's things I can do in the settings to make that a little smoother, but again, that's not why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta look at my favorite nations and see what they're good at. So start with Sweden. One of my faves. Their king sucks ass. That's not good. But I want to know about their advancements, historical dynamic events and stuff. They got 63. Love that. Country bonuses. Okay, here we go. So what are they good at? Yeah, infantry power. Yeah, they should be. I mean, Sweden was one of the first professional armies in Europe, and one of the best for a very long time. So that would make sense. Infantry power. Yeah, okay. We love our freemen. Government forms. Discipline. Gotta have that discipline. Goes hand in hand with professional army. Iron output. Yeah, makes sense. Proximity cost. That's a new thing, right? So EU5 is all about proximity cost and control and stuff like that. So I believe proximity cost is a really big deal, actually, in this game. I'll have to learn more about it. No, it's just the same thing. Okay, manpower. Yeah, can't go wrong with that. The Hakapolita, right? Karelians, yeah, special infantry. Crown power, that seems really strong. I think crown power is a pretty big deal in this game too. Copper and tools, yeah. Oh, ew. Parliamentary rule. So you can choose to give up all your crown power in exchange for parliament. Nonsense. Why would I ever do that? This is European Versailles. You always got to rule with an iron fist in this game. Levy combat efficiency. Okay. Alright. I mean, these advancements seem good. They get 15. Those are unique to them, specifically, as Sweden. But that's on top of other advancements as a result of your culture, your religion, your region, all that stuff. So, like, there's a lot that goes into it. For example, Brandenburg has less. I'm sure if they form Prussia, they get more. France probably has 1 billion. 31. That's kind of crazy. England also has 31. 24 from Castile. 12. Byzantines get 23. That's surprising. I think a lot of those are unique units though, because they really did have stuff that's like unlike anything else. Ottomans probably have 9 trillion. 44, good God. No joke. 8, 17, good. 21 with Poland, I like that. Poland is my other fave. Poland, Byzantines, although I hear Byzantines are tough. So, you know, I'll have to save that. They're getting a DLC pretty soon. I'm pretty sure it's like their first DLC. It's gonna be like a Byzantine one, so I might just wait to play as them. Yeah, Poland, yeah. Okay, well, I like Sweden's build. They got a good thing going for them. And early on, they just, I guess, deal with trying to colonize this land, keep Norway under their control. Oh, I got different map modes here. Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to learn all this shit. Development, direct population. Swedish, Greeks. Interesting. I have to get used to this map. These different controls. Culture by location is probably what I care more about. It's very diverse. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Still in. Alright, well anyway. I like where Sweden's at here. I like what they're up to over there. Denmark gets some bonuses too. Anyway, let's move on. Out of curiosity, Brandenburg and Teutonic Order. These two are like Brandenburg, especially, is one of the most like glazed nations in the whole fucking European Universalis timeline, which makes sense. I mean, Prussia was a pretty big deal. But if you ask me, Prussia as a whole was a super glazed country. Still, I mean, they had a strong army at one point. I wonder if that's represented here. You probably have to form Prussia first before you get like the really good stuff, I would guess. Yeah. Well, they got Army of Professionalism here. What does that one do? Army of Morale. Fair enough, I guess. The Gustav, Infantry Power. Yeah, there it is. No discipline, though. Again, I would guess that they get discipline with the formation of Prussia. That would be my assumption anyway. Crusader discipline. See, they get discipline. Makes sense. Cavalry. Of course, if I'm playing as Sweden or Poland, I'm not letting either of these guys get powerful at all. I'm just killing them right away. So then we'll get to experience their bonuses. That's for sure. Maybe I'll play as them one day too, though. I mean, I'm sure I will. I'll probably play like everyone in this game. Everyone that matters anyway. I'm not touching all these like little tiny guys. Maybe I could play as Botan. Yeah, I'm sure that would be fun. Alright, Poland, what do you got? Poland was a really powerful military nation in EU4. And historically speaking, they had some high highs and low lows during the time period that we play in. Some very high highs. But they also, like, Poland had a tendency to sell out its country to the highest bidder. That's just the nature of the elected monarchy, I guess. It's not truly selling it out, but the nobles they always tore it up from the inside. It's not great, but in any case, proximity cost, I think that's a fantastic modifier, I'm pretty sure, in this game. Something to keep in mind. Prosperity seems alright, yeah. Annexation cost, tax efficiency, buildings. Okay. Allowance Council of 3 Land. I don't know what that is, man. Polish Renaissance. Granary of Europe. Yeah, fair enough. Winged Hussars. There you go. Army maintenance. Late Winged Hussars. Cool. Literacy, Army tradition, Great Same. Oh my God, that's a big push for the nobility. That makes sense. Oh God, that's crazy. I don't know if I'll be doing that. I think the nobility will be strong enough as is. Okay, Nothing for discipline, nothing for infantry combat, nothing for even cavalry combat. I think they just give you a really strong cavalry unit and expect you to run with it. But they don't get any like modifiers to their army, so that's interesting. I guess Poland is going to play very differently compared to EU4. But who knows? It might be when they form the Commonwealth they get some different advancements too. I think they gave Muscovy discipline though, which to me is backwards. The Russian army has never been disciplined, not once in its entire fucking life. It's just been large. We'll see. We'll see if that's true. They might have changed. I thought I heard that like it was like early patch, army morale, whatever. Yeah, sure. They didn't show a lot of army morale in the Great Northern War, that's for sure. Sweden kicked their ass, scared them off. Military tactics, though. I think the Russians, yeah, they did have some good, talented generals. That makes sense. Love you size, that makes sense for sure. Okay, I think they might have gotten rid of the discipline for Muscovy, which I hear discipline is given out sparingly in this game compared to EU4. So the nations that get it really should be nations that should have it. You know, I'm thinking professional armies: Sweden, Brandenburg, Prussia, France, England, even Castile, Byzantine Empire, I would even say. Those would be nations that I would think would have discipline. Maybe like not in this timeline, the Byzantine Empire, but like I would imagine that the Byzantine Empire, like, you know, got their footing back, they would probably get back on the discipline train. Russia is not a place I think of when it comes to discipline, and while Poland has some awesome units, you give them cavalry power or something, that would be great, but discipline, maybe not so much. But yeah, those nations I mentioned earlier. Hell, even Netherlands to some degree, Austria as well. Okay, anyway, France, they've got so many. I think they still get Elan, right? Yeah, the army morale plus 20%, it's a strong one. The question is, do they get discipline? That I don't know. Efficiency of the cabinet seems pretty good. Cavalry power, so they get cavalry power. I still think Poland should get cavalry power, but maybe the winged hussar units are just fucking crazy and they don't need it. Philosophes, yeah, okay. Efficiency, oh, there's the discipline, yeah, okay. That's something you get late though. Age of Revolutions, so that's with Napoleon. Napoleon. I think France, I mean, that makes sense that they would have it. Maybe a little late though. I feel like France would have it earlier. And during this time period, France was the land power of the continent. Like they were pretty untouchable. Proximity costs, yeah, there you go. Man, yeah, France looks so strong. Why would you want this one? That just doesn't seem good. I mean, maybe you want some stronger peasants, I don't know. Noble armies, yeah, that sounds about right. Cabinet seats. Interesting, okay. England, what do you got? Infantry power, okay. Maritime presence. These special, unique units. Heavy ship power makes sense for sure. English Bill of Rights. Tools. Experimental riflemen, okay. Interesting. It's fitting, yeah. Crown power. Global theater. Oh yeah, get our man Shakespeare in here. I think these are like special, yeah, state privileges and stuff. It's cool that you can look at all this stuff from the get-go. 233 dynamic historical events. Historical events that will happen to a specific country within a specified time period if the conditions are right for it. So they get 233, Poland gets 70, Sweden gets 63. So England is really the cream of the crop with that. Even more than France. What about the Ottomans though? more than the Ottomans, but the Ottomans have more advancements. I think I heard that the Ottomans get like 10 discipline, which sounds kind of insane. I mean, there's 5 right there. I don't know if they get another batch of it or not. For those that don't, oh my god, yeah, it's 10 discipline, they get another one. What the hell? Alright, cool. Sure. Why not? Just give them all the discipline. They're going to be a threat. Proximity cost minus 10%. It's really good. They want them to get big and strong. That's what they want. Though, in the videos I've seen, the AI Ottomans don't seem to get very far. I'm sure that'll change. They probably just got to crank up the aggressiveness of the Ottomans to like mega mode or something. I don't know. Get them going crazy. And lots of unique units. Artillery power and military tactics. They seem dangerous. They seem very dangerous as a military nation. Arguably even more so than in EU4. Some of these modifiers seem a little stronger, dare I say. In my brain, yes, the Ottomans should have discipline. I don't think they should have double the discipline of like everyone else. I don't know, especially considering late game. By the time they're really like after 1683, where they lose the siege of Vienna, at that point they just sort of slowly decline, and discipline is the last thing I would give them. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I mean, this is their time to rise, right? So let them have their fun. Chicago. What the hell? Only one thing? Okay, cool. Obviously, Japan does not seem very fleshed out right now, but it's fine. Great Yuan is, though. Lots of stuff here. I mean, I'm never going to play as these guys, ever. I don't really like playing as like a nation that's way too big, and you have to try and keep it together. That's usually not my cup of tea. But no, it's still cool. I'd be more interested in playing as like a Chinese rebellion and taking back the Mandate of Heaven. But I'll get there when I get there. Castile, what are you up to? You probably get discipline too, right? You get army and morale. Yeah, that makes sense. And then army tradition, I would give that to you too. Yeah, the colonial game, of course. You guys are on top of that, naturally. Navy morale, it's fitting. Food production. Interesting, okay. Manpower. Alright. Looks like they don't get discipline. I don't know why I'm laser focusing on discipline anyway. I mean, I just remember that was like the best military stat in EU4. Who knows if that's even still the case? I would guess it is still very important, but who knows? All right, let's look at the Byzantines. And I will keep in mind that the Byzantines, like I said, are getting a DLC like early next year, so that could offer them all sorts of new tools. This could not be the final for the Byzantines, but I see one thing I like already: Varangians down here. Yeah, a lot of these are going to be their unique government reforms and estate privileges and units and all that. That seems pretty good. I like that theme system. That doesn't look that good. The new Imperial Army, manpower, literacy, army tradition decay. Yeah, okay. Speed of integration. That seems pretty good. I mean, that's sort of like core creation, right? I think that's the same thing. Pop conversion speed seems good too. Because in this game, having people of your same culture and religion is massive. Like, it's just hugely important. Okay. More Varangians, okay, cool. Diplomatic capacity, extensive conscription. Akritai. Okay. cataphracts. Yeah. Okay. They don't get a lot of military modifiers. Maybe that's fine. But yeah, what am I thinking of for my first campaign? I was thinking of maybe either like Sweden, Poland. I feel like the most beginner friendlies would be England would be a good one. Castile, maybe even Naples or Milan if I want to play like a slow, tall style. It's much to think about. Much to think about indeed. I'm curious. How does this work? Iron Man disabled, right? Hide, observe. Random country? Sure. Let's see what I get. Minor tribe of Kuzdar. Great choice. I'll consider that one. That's a solid pick. Oh yeah, no, we're not done yet. I want to look at Austria and Hungary and stuff like that too. Cavalry power plus 20%? God damn. Where's the cavalry power for Poland, man? What the hell? You give them winged hussars, sure, but I mean, are they that good? I can't even tell. I don't know what any of this stuff means. What is that? Combat power, 4, combat speed, that's great. Flanking ability, alright. I mean, sure, it looks good. I just think they should get some combat power too. Is that a crazy thing to say? I don't think it is. But I'm letting my bias show, perhaps. I do like Poland. Anyway, let's get back to Hungary. What do they got? Damn it. Come on. Realm of many cultures. Indeed. Found the Black Army. Hungarian Black Army. Okay, yeah. Inflation goes down. Manpower. Hungarian Hussar. Hungarian Reformation. Okay. Realm of many religions. Okay, yeah. Hungary could be a good choice, actually. Possible frontage. That's interesting. That's a very unique modifier. There's nothing like that in EU4. Army morale. I mean, Hungary looks like a solid nation. Austria, though. Austria is yet to reach their apex here. They're on their way, but they're not quite there yet. So you gotta build them up. At the start of the game, I think Bohemia is the big boss of freaking HRE. No one's gonna mess with them. They're pretty big on what are they big on? I don't know, they just seem kind of chill. They seem like some cool dudes that just so happen to have a massive army. Oh my god, speaking of massive army, look at that, 41k for France. 49k for England, good god. 52, oh my god. These guys aren't playing around. Actually, Byzantine army's not bad. Golden Horde, 34k. Alright, anyway, back to Austria, what do you got? Prestige and diplomats, makes sense. Army morale, okay, yeah. Proximity cost, again. Proximity cost seems like a really good modifier. Diplomatic reputation, that's a big one. That makes sense for Austria. Improved relations is up. Fitting. Military tactics, interesting. Conversion. Reinforcement. Discipline plus 3%. These are pretty good. They seem pretty well rounded. Oh, artillery power. I bet that's pretty strong. Culture's capacity plus 3. Yeah, no, they'll need that if they end up forming the traditional borders of Austria-Hungary. They're going to need that for sure. Like so fort. Diplomatic reputation again, but they shift to a conciliatory and inward focus. And that's a really fun aspect of this game. Like, instead of having idea groups or whatever, it's more like it's organic, dynamic, where like you shift towards certain ideologies depending on the choices you make. So like you may have a more quality-focused army versus quantity. You may have a more land-based nation versus naval nation. Be more belligerent versus conciliatory. Be more traditionalist or innovative. You know, stuff like that. It's fascinating. It's a cool system, and there's pros and cons to each one. Bulgaria, Serbia. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Naples, what do you got then? What are you all about? University of Naples, institution growth, trade efficiency, crown power, Rex literacy. Okay, they seem all about the arts, man. Love that. They love the artists. Reorganization. Raw materials, army reforms. It's their one military thing. I'll reiterate again, though, that what I'm looking at is nation-specific advances. There are other advances unique to cultures, to religion, to region, to all that good stuff. So, I mean, like, this is just for these very specific nations. Plus, they get all the generic stuff, too. So, it's kind of cool in that regard. Okay. Who else do I want to look at? I think I got some other picks here. Okay, political. You got all the map notes here. So the terrain. I don't really want to look at terrain though, to be honest. Political map, tax base. Okay, well, I mean that's looking at Naples. You don't have to show that. I guess it doesn't show the tax base for like the world. Alright, it's fine. Let's see, we got raw materials. Look at that. All these different materials, man, it's crazy. Okay, pretty epic, pretty cool. Control. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, control. The game revolves around control. You gotta, the blue is like good, and green is very, very all right, and then as you get to yellow, it's like you're losing control. Red is like you don't own shit. And control determines how much you get out of the land in terms of taxes and army size and everything. So if you have zero control, you might as well not even own it. Oh yeah, we got that freaking Pope. Median. Interesting. It's not Umbrian in this game. Fascinating. Control. Control is the name of the game. France does not have a lot of control. I bet France has an early challenge, like, you know, keeping control of their vassals. Proximity to capital. Markets. Okay, yeah, that's another thing. The different markets. Okay, very cool. What else we got? Population. Okay, here we go. This is a fun map mode here. Golden Horde. China has 91 million people. No joke. Delhi has 40 million. Mamluk Sultanate, 6.9 million. France actually has a shit ton. Which, I mean, we knew that. France is like, they were like the highest population for a long time. I mean, it kind of shifted around a little bit. Eventually it became Russia, of course. Blow up France? I can't do that, man. I can't do that. Not right now. I think France would kick my ass. I could play as England and give it my best shot, but even then, I feel like that's a big struggle right there, Hayden. We're taking it all in right now. Poland, yeah, okay. Hungary does have a lot. 3.8 million, it's no joke. Milan is pretty well populated. As is the Papal State in Naples. I think Naples would be fun to play. Naples might be my pick. I don't know. Still thinking about it. All right, whatever. What do we got? Cultures, yeah, by location. There we go. I do like how you can choose these different options here. It's just so many different things, dude. So many different things, Hayden. My God. You see all the things, bro? Or yeah, religions. Orthodox, Catholic. This area, that's a very diverse region right there. Oh my God, so is that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Indonesia too. Okay, cool. We're moving. All right. Diplomacy, here we go. So diplomacy, you can see that Sweden has a personal union over Norway. However, since Sweden's king is absolute shite, I don't think he's going to be able to keep it together. Use all those things to blow up Spain. Who do you really want me to blow up? So far it's France, it's Spain. Who's next, bro? Diversity equals more stuff to blow up. That's so true. Actually, dude, I don't know if world conquest is even possible in this game. Because they went out of their way to try and make that just about impossible. Everything. Even my own country, to be honest. At the end of the day, just blow it all up. Tactical. Oh, right. That's a nice feature that they added. World domination. So for the tactical map, you actually want the red. The red is like where you want to be, defensively speaking, but you don't want to attack into areas that are red. Which, you know, that's cool. That makes sense. Conquer Antarctica. Is that even on the map? No. The best you're gonna get is this little fucking island here. Is that Georgia? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with this area. That's the Falklands. But I think, isn't this island called Georgia? Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm making stuff up. Ignore me. Don't worry about it. Geography map modes. Man, this is crazy. I mean, no one's going to use all this stuff, right? But still, it's cool that they have it as an option. Diseases, right? So Hayden, in this timeline, it starts in 1337. The Black Death comes in like 1348, 49. So pretty early on, you have to deal with like the worst disease in human history. Well, single outbreak, I should say. I think smallpox has killed more people than the Black Death, in the grand scheme of things, but I digress. Military map modes. We have tactical, fortification, supply, military access. Okay. Colonial. God, there's so much stuff, dude. So much stuff. Alright, take me back to my political map mode. Thank you. So many options. I guess another good choice would be the Ottomans, to be fair. Let me check something real quick. You know, I'm a bit of a whore, you see. And what I mean by that is I'm a bit of a slut for achievements. I go out of my way to get them all. Conquer the 6. The 6. Invent penicillin. I think it's a little past our time, unfortunately. Okay, I don't need to worry about these very easy ones. I'm just going to get those by accident, probably. Rule Britannia as England from Great Britain, naval hegemon. That's doable. This game is loud as fuck. Hayden, is this game loud as fuck, or am I just thinking it's loud as fuck? Use the black plate to your advantage. You can actually do that. If you station like an army in an area, it's pretty loud. Okay, I'm fixing it right away. If you station an army in an area with the Black Plague, they can get sick, and then you can bring them over to another nation, and you just cause chaos, which is crazy. I mean, fair enough, right? Yeah, look at my epic DLCs, dude. Monument packs, bro. It's cosmetic, dude. It's cosmetic, my man. Starting as Ottomans conquer Constantinople and the rise of the Turk situation, the strongest Beylik. Oh, that seems very doable. Steelers Spain, presence in Iberia, Maghreb, Caribbean, Mesoamerica, and Peru. Sounds very doable as well. Lots of gold. One location each continent. Coalition more than 5 countries. Okay. I realized on the AI being a little bit aggressive, which, I mean, we'll see about that. Improve the cultural opinion with another country. Common actions. I mean, those don't look too bad at all. Win a crusade or a jihad. Has France be the cultural hegemon? That sounds very doable. I've seen the AI do that. So if the AI can do it, I can do that. Tatarok is a Russian country. Strengthens Austria, become emperor of the HRE and be great power. Cool. Does Ming own the entirety of China? Be the leader of the Middle Kingdom. Okay. Could be fun. Do the full campaign. Produce potatoes as a European country. Cool, I guess. Form Ryukyu. How hard can that one be? Starting as Venice be economic hegemon. Okay. Netherlands, my nation, starting with Dutch culture. Okay, just form the Netherlands. Yeah, it's easy enough. Start as Sweden, ensure the victory of the Protestant League. That would be dope. Portugal, Bohemia, Hussite war situation as a Hussite. Trading cloves. 450 advances, big science guy. Economic hegemon. Well, you should just do that one along with the Venice one, right? I mean, that makes sense. 2 birds with 1 stone there. Okay. 5 roads, that sounds doable. Having had Timur as the ruler of your country from the Mughal Empire. Yeah, that's cool. The Timurids, I think, are actually crazy insane in this game. I think you play as Timur, and you just go nuts. You can fucking kill everybody. Jurchen, Emperor of China. Yeah, that's the Qing. Be present on every subcontinent. Okay, so far they haven't added any achievements like even half as difficult as some of the hardest ones in EU4. Like these are all extremely doable, which is nice. I mean, that's great. You don't have to grind for these too much, really. They don't have anything for the Romans yet, but that's probably going to come with the DLC that the Romans get early next year, I think. I'm almost set, perhaps, to get started. I think, you know what, we'll play as the Ottomans. Fuck it, dude, you know, I mean, they're just the perfect beginner nation. They were the first nation I played as in EU4 as well. I think it just makes sense. This loading screen is a little awkward though. The way it stutters like that. I don't know if I like that too much, but it seems to calm down a little bit once you get into the swing of things. Oh, look at that. Bohemia versus the Emperor's side. It's the Protestant versus Catholics. 30 Years' War, Polish cavalry, Bohemians, Spanish tercios. Iconic. They need to get some art with Sweden in here, saving the day. That'd be awesome. Eat the Bohemians? What, is the Ottomans? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see if we get there. Eating the Bohemians as Poland would be cool. They're right next door. Or as Austria. Or it could be the Bohemians. Wouldn't that be crazy? They do have that achievement, bro, where you have to be Hussite or whatever. But yeah, Ottomans might be the way to go. Oh yeah, they got the game rules here. So we have to make it so that Iron Man is enabled, achievements are available. Historical AI, country change prohibited. Yeah. Missions, I like missions. Oh, no achievements with missions? Okay, well, I'll just go fuck myself then, I guess. Mission rewards, only mission and rewards. I personally like every task giving a reward. That's one thing that I'm a little like iffy on in this game. They don't have the missions anymore in the same way. The fact that you can't even do missions in Iron Man is really weird to me. Full access to missions. Disable all missions. Any in-game. Like, why is that out for Iron? That doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. And then ledger information. Okay. Sure, that'll work. I don't need to save as a preset, bro. It's fine. Just do that. Country selection. Oh, interesting. You can sort by what? Oh, difficulty here? A lot of these guys aren't even real people. There's so many fucking countries in this game, dude. Jesus. It doesn't have a difficulty for a lot of these guys. Alright, let's see. Ottomans are supposedly very dummy easy. Which is perfect. I'm a little baby. I need all the help I can get. I gotta learn, bro. I gotta learn. What else? Country type, sort by name. Yeah, no, that's cool, dude. Let's just play as the Ottomans. Yeah. Can't believe I spent 40 minutes on the menus, bro. Bulgaria #1. We have to destroy Bulgaria before they invent Bulgarian split squats, bro. It's the only way. What is this? It's a situation access to cast a spell on our neighbors and let your might upon them. We integrate in our administration. Build roads, yeah, okay. Extra subject as proximity improves. Cool. I think going after these guys would be a great early start, you know? Pops demanding goods. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much, bro. This stuff is new, though. Pops demanding goods was not a thing in EU4. Like, no one gave a shit. Market. Pops don't able to buy the goods they demand. The pop section will decrease accordingly. Keep stability, legitimacy in the states high. Our prestige is not very good. Legitimacy is not bad, though. Our stability is positive. We're in a much better place than the Byzantines, I'll tell you that. I've seen a few videos on the Byzantines. They have a rough start. It's almost as if they want the Byzantines to die and the Ottomans to succeed. How peculiar. How historical. Lack of a commander. Listen, I know a thing or two about commanders, bro. I'm not worried about that. In fact, I don't give a fuck about this stuff. Wait, hold on. Start the learning walkthrough. Oh. Well, missions are disabled. Okay, whatever. I don't need it, bro. I'm gonna be just fine. Lack of commander in the first army. So we have a professional army, but the way it works in this game is you usually don't have a standing army, at least in the beginning of the game. You build up levies. You call upon your levies of citizens to fight when it's time to go to war. But I mean, in the meantime, we will use my military commander. This dude's kind of a monster. It's kind of incredible, actually. And what is this? Is it our prince? Our heir? Looks like it. So what we have how can I tell what kind of unit they are? Okay, they're just infantry, just regular old infantry. Yeah, sounds good to me. Well, we're in charge, why not? Pops with needs. Well, they're just gonna have to wait. I don't know what to tell them. Trade is just like completely different from EU4. Like, you really actually have to use your brain or something in this game. Or you can just have the computer do it all for you, which I might do to start, because I don't really want to deal with all this shit. I don't know what I'm looking at. There is a big demand for wild game, let's see. I mean, I could build a building to increase the wild game output or something. Something like that. Fine cloth. Where can we get fine cloth? Like, how can I see where it is? Because I know, ew, a building you say? I know, imagine that, dude. Well, there's like so many buildings, dude. It's kind of ridiculous. No, how do I make it show on the map? I want to see fine cloth on the map. How do I do that? Oh my god. Raw materials. Fine cloth. This is gonna be so hard to figure all this shit out. I swear there's a way to show this on the map. How do I do that? Obviously locations here, but yeah, that's sugar. That's not fine cloth. What are you doing? All right, you know what? Don't worry about that. I won't worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. We're gonna move on from that aspect. The pops, they'll figure their shit out. I'll just automatically. Oh, it's already automated. Okay, great. Well, maybe it'll figure things out when I unpause. Unmarried adult heir? Well, shoot, brother. Who should I marry? No one wants to marry. No country is possible to select for this. Why are you green though? Looks like you would have been willing to do something. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll worry about that later. Unprofitable buildings. I don't want to have to worry about this stuff, man. These unprofitable buildings, they should just be profitable. That's the way I see it. All right, here we go. Here we go. So this is our research queue. It's fundamentally different from EU4's technology system. And honestly, it's pretty cool. I like this. We have all these different cool options. So I think the gold is stuff that we have yet to take, right? We have to take organized religion first. And then we go for what? Institution growth is probably not bad. Tolerance of the true faith, can invest in culture, artists, construction speed, minting threshold. Okay, that sounds great. Well, let's go for the institution growth, I guess. Alright, we'll look at here now. There's our family tree. That's pretty cool. Very CK3 or whatever. That's our army size, character health. Yeah, okay. And that's my son, right? So, do you want to marry somebody? These people are maybe a little old for him. Okay, wow. It's a lot to take in. Greeks, yeah. Unfortunately, it would appear that we don't like the Greeks too much. It's a negative opinion of each other. Works of art. We have no works of art in our country. Man, we suck. Alright, there's a thing somewhere. Is it right here? Somewhere there's a way we can see like all our different advancements or whatever. Production, society, diplomacy, military, geopolitics, advances. Oh man. Market price? Okay. Sure, dude. Government reforms, okay. Anatolian Beylik, non-cultural levy size. Right, we got all of our estates. A lot of nonsense with these guys. The Zimmy, okay. Satisfaction is below 50%. It's hard to tell what's good and bad, having not played the game very much. Our noble class is just like really powerful right now, it would seem. Army morale, that's pretty good. But decentralization is not good. That's not a good thing to be working towards. Discipline, oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. What do we have here? Crown power seems good. Feudal nobility, feudal theocracy. No way. Harbor administration. I think autocracy is probably a good idea. Food production goes up. Holy shit. Okay, well. And what is this? It's just my army. Alright. We got our government to deal with too? Hold on. We got our values. This is what I was talking about earlier. So it's like a scale, one side or the other, and they give different modifiers. So it looks like we're shifting towards decentralization pretty quickly, which is not good. I don't like decentralization very much. But we can worry about that later. No big deal. I'm curious what quality over quantity means. Army's more expensive, but better military tactics and better army initiative. Which seems good. Seems really good. What does quantity mean? Army initiative goes down, but you get more frontage. Army maintenance is cheaper and unit food consumption. Okay. It's not, I mean, they're both pretty good, probably. I would probably choose this one though. As you can see, the Swedes here are the prime example of quality, as is fitting. Should be that way. I'm curious who represents quantity here. That could just be anybody. It's just fucking people got out of bed, pulled out a pitchfork, and they're ready to go. Offensive versus defensive. Movement speed is awesome. The forward defense kind of sucks, but what can you do? Siege ability is great. Antagonism given from declaring war without cast ability. Well, that's kind of a niche situation. And defensive, combat speed. Hold on, what's combat speed? That seems like it'd be kind of good. But the army movement speed going down sucks. So I don't know about that. Traditional economy. I don't know about that either. Food production goes down. Production efficiency goes up. That's probably very strong. Individualism. Oh, interesting. Army morale, Navy morale, pop migration speed. Estates are pissed off. Communalism. Pop migration speed. I'd probably choose this one. But again, I don't totally know everything yet, so. Research progress, we do like that. Efficiency of cabinet's very good too. The clergy are more happy. Versus mysticism. Army morale. It's alright. Pop conversion speed is pretty good. Okay, this one is unique to the Muslims then. Or at least the Sunni. Centralization, yeah, it's just a clear choice. Proximity cost, huge, massive. Crown power, huge, massive. War exhaustion, maybe that's bad, I don't know. Traditionalist, no, it's not that good. Innovative though. Seems pretty good to me. Humanist, shit. I would rather have people be of my culture. Religion matters less, right? So, assimilation speed seems pretty good. Or just be in the middle. Aristocracy. Oh, that gives you discipline? Interesting. I'm always fanboying about the military modifiers, but I find in single player you don't really need them that much anyway, so getting ahead of myself. Besides, these don't look that good. Noble power going up is not great. Expected cost of court is not great either. And then plutocracy. Trade efficiency is nice. More burgers. Lowered expected cost of court. Okay, so one is better for the army and one is better for the economy. Serfdom versus free subjects. I like the idea of free subjects, you know? I just like that idea. It seems nice. Then belligerent. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty good if you want to conquer a bunch of shit. Conciliatory. Subject loyalty. Well, you take a lot more aggressive expansion. Good Diplo rep though. Oh yeah, land versus naval. Proximity cost through land. I think as the Ottomans will probably actually want naval, most likely, because our heart, the heart of our empire is going to be all this. The Mediterranean, Eastern Mediterranean. Sure, we'll go down this way probably and into Arabia, right? But I do think naval would be good, but maybe not. Who knows? So anyway, Parliament. Call Parliament. Get these different things here. It's interesting that everybody has a parliament now. When does Atlantis spawn in? Well, you see, it sunk long ago, bro. But maybe you can find it out here, just hanging out. You know what I mean? You gotta do like a summoning circle for it. It's an Easter egg, I bet. Alright, let's see what we gotta do here. I think the most important thing is probably to... We don't have to integrate anything, which is nice. Stabilizing government's fine. We do have not perfect legitimacy, but we have good legitimacy. We have convert oh yeah, we should probably do that. Assimilating provinces and all that. Increasing province control is not bad either. But assimilating pops to our culture is not a bad idea at all. And converting it, you know. I think the Greeks would love to join us. Surely. Surely they would. Okay. And maybe we can convert them too, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, man. How about you? And we'll assign an actual cabinet member to help with this. But we also want to invest in stability, I think. So legitimacy is already going up, which is great. Welcome to Europa Universalis 5. This song's kind of nice. I like any song with a nice choir, you know? It gets me going. Gets me pumped. Alright, let me just read this again. Possible diplomatic actions. Right. We could start palling up with different people, you know? We can click on some specific people to be friends with. So these guys already like us a lot. The Retinids. Plus 89. I assume it goes up to 200 again. The Karamanids. Kandarids. Yeah, everyone really likes us. They shouldn't, though. I'm gonna kick their ass. What if I buddied up with the Mamluks for now? Imagine that. The Golden Horde or something. Byzantines, not a fan of us. Not a fan at all. I can't say I blame them. In fact, none of these guys really like us. The view of Sunni countries is so low. Yeah, okay, well. Defensive League. Alliance. Yeah, not really close to that. Just a big strength difference. The Retinids. Karamanids. Maybe me and Karaman can, like, I don't know. We can get up to something together, you know what I mean? No way. Karaman got an alliance with Egypt? You bastards. It should have been me. It should have been me. Well, considering that there's not a chance that I'm dealing with this, maybe we just go ahead and ally them. Fuck it. Gives military access automatically. That's really nice. Cool. Alright, great. Karaman, you're my friend now. Oh my god, there's just so much. I forgot I still have to appoint a cabinet member. So you would be great for this role, I think. They do cost money, right? And you're converting. What are you good at? So... military ability. Is converting what kind of... oh, it's a military action. Okay, makes sense. These are both military actions. Gotcha. I'll tell you what. Tell you what, son. You can convert, and you can increase stability, I guess. Give my heir something to do. Alright, and then, laws not codified. What is all this nonsense, bro? What? Laws? No policy. Progress to humanist. I would probably choose that one. Military laws, levy law. Okay. What else we got? Harem laws. Powerful harem. I don't really care about any of these. So don't worry about it. Alright, and jurisprudence. Don't care about those. Maybe I should though, but I don't. So silly me. Form new country. Right, we're just a duchy right now. But we can grow. We can grow. Karaman. We could do a royal marriage, man. I think that would be a good idea. Get ourselves on the same boat, so to speak. I don't know what I'm doing. Where's my heir? You wanna get married, man? No, not with them. Oh, those clowns. They got 2,000, they got 2,000, they got 1,000, 2,000. I mean, I could go after these guys, you know what I mean? Karaman is helping, we'd go crazy. Would that be crazy? Would that be crazy or what? I don't know what any of this means. Are you kidding me? Oh, just available population? Jesus Christ, man. It's almost like it's too much, you know what I mean? What if I did this? No Casaspelli. Surely I have one, though. I don't. That would be a bad idea. Yeah, well, I don't think I'll do that. You gotta create a Casaspelli. That's a key element to all this. Unmarried children. They're really incorporating this Crusader King's elements in there, aren't they? Study Islamic texts. Well, sure, I don't see why not. dumbass kids. Oh, okay. I feel like there's still a million things to do. Oh, right, yeah, we gotta balance our budget. It's mint. We got 0 inflation, which is great. Stick with that. Automate my taxes. Navy maintenance, army maintenance, cost of court, increases legitimacy. Let's focus on getting to 100. Diplomatic spending. Oh my god. Probably just find where it is. Get our stability up though. That's a good idea. Money's a little tight. Markets, right. So Constantinople's our market, and we have to get a hold of that at some point. Okay. Production. Take cost stability to do that. So you guys need goods, right? Well, how about this? I can increase the wild gain. There you go. Make you happy. The fruit. I mean, we could probably get fruit. Oh, we got fruit right there. Right, great. And then what is that? Wool? Do you need wool right now? Doesn't look like it. Need sturdy grains though. We got fruit. All right, sure. You know, that's wonderful. I think that's a great start. Military. 200 out of 278. We got levies. Military tactics. Feudalism. So that just goes up over time period. Alright, we just start with 15% discipline? Okay, sure, man. That's cool. It's really cool. Army morale. Pretty high. Select objective. Train general. Diplomacy. Damn, I'm already gonna have to go. Jesus Christ. And Karasid seemed like the right choice, right? There's the Gauremanids. I thought I had like a special casus belli, just being a Beylik. Do I not? I must be missing something. Anti-piracy war, trade conflict. Well, it's not really gonna do it for me. Yeah, I don't totally get how that works. Not yet. Okay, interesting. I could not tell you what this means. And we got a million building options here. Oh my god, okay. Alright, well. Kerasids. No casus belli. The only one we can create is one in regards to trade, so that's, it beats me. I don't know how it works. Okay, well, where is the thing that shows you different advances? I know it exists. Okay. I'm pausing. See what happens. Maybe I can build a spy network here. That's usually what you have to do in these games, right? Subject. Okay. Profess trust. Increase opinion. See, everyone's already in such good spirits. It's nice to see. Damn it. Egypt, why are you allied with all these people, man? Egypt is way too strong to take out right now. Oh yeah, how do I declare a rival? Just trade conflicts. Okay. Yeah, it's not really going to do it for me there. Can build a spy network and then I would like to make them a rival, I think. You know, if I could figure out how to do that. Spy network. Dog. Wow, okay. Oh, I don't know how to do that yet. It can't be that hard, right? Possible rivals, okay. Rivals are country. Oh, it's right here. Possible rivals. Here we go. So how did you get to this screen here? That's what I want to know. In any case, we're definitely rivaling the Byzantines. I guess the Aidenids as well. Okay. Cool. Now where is that? It's got to be under diplomacy, I would think. Nations, organizations. You got the Holy Roman Empire. We got the Ilkhanate. Holy fuck. That's cool. It's very detailed. Tatar yoke. High Kingship of Ireland. Guelphs, Ghibellines, Lordship of Ireland. We got two of these things? Swiss Confederation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Interesting. Yeah, the Ilkhanate. Horde of Gorgon. Hooligans and then the Gelirids. Okay. Cool. Very cool. That doesn't answer my question though of how to rival people, you see, without, you know, clicking on the little link to it. Oh, yeah, government reforms. I'm thinking probably autocracy. And oh, nothing there yet. So maybe diplomatic reputation? No, I don't think so. I don't want conciliatory. Maybe this one. Serfdom. I can live with serfdom for a bit. We're going to be a little bit backwards for a while. Laws not codified. Right, those. Do I care about those so much though? Communalism, traditionalist, spiritualist, trade efficiency. I think just trade efficiency is good on its own. We'll go with that. The haram, right? Okay. How about education? But I don't want decentralization is the thing. Maybe this one. Okay, we'll have a powerful aristocracy, I guess. And slave conversion. I'm thinking humanist is what we want. They can believe what they want. Doesn't really matter. We can do a lot of things with our diplomats. Big surprise. Improve relations with the Mamluks, I guess. Man, I don't know what the hell to do with you. As if I know what to do with that, bro. I don't know. You're not profitable? That's too bad. You're gonna figure that out. Whoa, let's freaking go. My first achievement, dude. Incredible. How about that? Interesting. So 8 to what? It's kind of peculiar. It doesn't do the full 24-hour cycle. I guess just the day or something. We have money. Each month, right. Can I do anything? Can I like drill or something? Scorched earth. Recruit to army. Balance. What is all this, man? Supply. Create a new unit. It's my formation here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sure, man. So we can get some marriages going, right? Okay, get married to the Arachnids, perhaps. How old is she? 22? Should you go with this 21-year-old, perhaps? Or the heir. It could be cool. The Rednets seem to like me. Don't know how long that'll last, but it's something. Shoot, I already got to get started on my lunch. We might be done for. All right, well, that's all I got today, I guess. Sadly, I mean, kind of wish I had more time. I can't save it manually. All right, that's all right. Hayden, it is time. Bulk bowl, yippee! Let's freaking go! I'm excited. This is my first bulk bowl in several days, bro. I've been eating like a strange man recently. That's all I'll say. But yeah, that's about it. We'll play more hopefully soon. But till then, goodbye!